Madam, Martin, madam.
Sir.
Noise is coming, madam, your side. Nice.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
others. Good morning to all the dignitaries, others, research scholars, and students. Warm welcome to the virtual international conference ICRTEBM International Conference on Research Techniques in Engineering and Business Management ICRTEBM 2023 National Institute of Computing, Bangalore. So on behalf of NIC, we are conducting various international conferences, virtual international conferences as well as offline conferences also. Yes, we are providing the skill development oriented programs. We are supporting the research oriented programs, and we can provide the fruitful information to the research scholars on behalf of our NIC. Uh, Welcome to the dignitaries, Dr. Sadala Kavita Madam and
Thank you,
Technical
sir.
Chair, Dr. T. Panimalan Madam. First, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Sadala Kavita Madam, Associate Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Dr. B. Ambedkar Institute of Technology, Bangalore. And today's invited speaker, Dr. Sheshant Jaikwala, who is also an Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Gujarat. And Dr. Dukeshri, Associate Professor with the Department, Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, Mysore, Karnataka. And Technical Chair, Dr. T. Panimalan, Associate Professor, Department of Information Technology, Bombay. So, today's chief guest and keynote speaker, Dr. Sadala Kavita Madam. Yes, now I would like to invite our madam give a keynote and address the gathering.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So, a very good morning to one and all.
Good morning.
Welcome to the International Conference on Research Techniques in Engineering and Business Management. I, Dr. Kavita, Associate Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Technology. Uh, Thanking Shivudu sir for giving this opportunity to share my experiences. As we all know that conferences brings people together with the common interest, discussions, issues, and any other related to a specific topic, and also will be getting good network and best ideas for the research. So I congratulate Shivudu sir for conducting such conferences and disseminating the research importance to the BTech, MTech in UGPG and the research scholars. Congratulate you, sir. And today I'll be sharing with you the importance of public awareness and information dissemination in earthquake reduction. Let me share the screen.
Okay.
Sir, is the screen is visible?
Yes, it's coming, madam.
Yeah. Yeah. So once again, welcome to you all. I Kavita today going to just present the importance of public awareness and information dissemination in earthquake reduction. So we all know that recently a terrible earthquake hit at the Turkey, okay, where the 50,000 plus people lost their life and 42.3 some billions of I mean infrastructure has been lost. Okay, so let us see what is the awareness we required and how we to be prepared for the forthcoming earthquakes. So what are the earthquakes? We know that are the most destructive and of all natural calamities where the life of the people and property in the shortest possible time. It will be maybe few seconds or few minutes, but it catches the life of people and lost the properties. Okay, so we have already seen all those in Turkey earthquake, and it's a natural phenomena. Okay, which is related to the geographical areas. I mean, movement of the tectonic plates and all. So it is related to human activities. Okay. So seismic risk also related to human activities. It's not just only the natural phenomena because of the activities what we are making, humans we making tends to move those plates or tends to changes the geographical phenomena on the earth surface, and seismic risk has been, I mean, inducing into the world. Okay, so it is like earthquake is a hazard beyond human control. We can't control it, but we can reduce the risk and increase the capacity of the resistance. Okay, so what is an earthquake? We can see that the surface of earth is made of several plates. Everybody knows that it is a lithosphere where there are a number of several plates. There are seven major uh, uh, tectonic plates are there, and many minor earthquake plates are presented. So these plates move at all the time. Okay, slowly it moves all the time. So due to the movement of these plates, no, whatever the energy stored, no, it slowly releases. Sometimes it suddenly releases. That's what the whatever the rocks, no, that will be crushed due to the stress that are developed by the waves in the ground zone. So we have, I was telling you, there are tectonic plates all around the world. Okay, we can see that a major tectonic plates like African plate, North American plate, South American plate, and we Indians have a Indo-Asian plate, okay, and Arabian plate. These are the seven major, but still minor are there all over the world. These plates slowly, every minute, every second, it slowly moves, but when it suddenly moves and whenever it is hitting together, we'll be having an earthquake. You can see here that movement of plates taking slowly in the picture one, when it has so much of stress. How the stress is created is because of the human activities, bomb blast for mining, then we will be doing the boring for water purpose, or many human activities. Not only that, okay, and a huge development of infrastructure is also one of the, I mean, vertical developments are going on. Okay, so earlier, no, we have horizontal development of infrastructure, but now since the lack of land, okay, we have a vertical development of infrastructure, so even that may be stress also. Okay, so sudden release of energy tends to hit two tectonic plates, and earthquake will be, I mean, waves will be generated from the epicenter and hits the lithosphere, and there will be a, I mean, generation of the waves, traveling of the waves, which the loss of life will be taken place. You can see there in the picture. Okay, and as we all know that actually India is divided into the four zones. Okay, that are seismic zones according to the soil type, according to the resistance of the earthquake, according to the plate where it is meeting. So all considering all the things. Okay, so our India is made up of as four zones: zone 4, 5, 3 and 2. So where 5 is very high risk, and you can observe in the picture that northeast red color where you are seeing that completely it is under the zone 5 high risk area zone, and some part of the Gujarat and the Jammu and some portions of the north also it is included in the zone 5. And zone 4 you can observe completely it is north completely, Jammu Kashmir, Srinagar, all those it is included in the zone 4. And zone 3, even we will be coming our Andhra and Kerala, some of the portions of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, all this comes under the zone 3, which is moderately risk, and zone 2, it is a low risk zone, you can see, which is in blue color. So it is 59% of the land area of India, it is liable to the seismic hazard damage. So it is very important to realize that, okay, so we should be taken care of all these activities, because most of the geologists already recommend, I mean, they suggested. So Turkey hit the earthquake, then recently you can see that Japan also hit it with a 6.1 magnitude. Okay, so further, seismologist and geologist is referring that even India will be getting the earthquake soon. So why public awareness is required? Okay, so we were talking about what is earthquake, why it comes, how the damage occurs, all this. Why public awareness is required means we can't completely avoid the earthquake, but if we are aware of the earthquake and what happens during the earthquake, okay, so it makes us to safeguard ourselves and also reduce the loss of the property or human lives. So as we see that the destruction caused by the earthquakes in Turkey, actually it is alarming us. Okay, over the last 3 weeks, if you see, no, so small tremors, it's not major, but it's a very less magnitude of tremors is feeling in Meghalaya, okay, in the region around the Joshmat and Chamoli in Uttarakhand. So it is a part of India. So even geologist is warning, as I already said, okay, massive earthquake is going to happen in the Himalaya state. Okay, in the context of that, no, it is a serious attention. It is a serious attention, and even Delhi court has given the it's a serious attention. So all should be aware of the things and to reduce the risk and also loss of the property on February 16th. Okay, so yes, let us discuss about what is the capacity and what is the usage of that. It's nothing but the capability of the individuals. Okay, individuals are a community to reduce the impact during an earthquake. Okay, so which comes no awareness and preparedness. If you know that no, so yeah, earthquake is going to come, what to be done? Okay, what is the care is to be taken? How to protect the life? How to protect our structures? All that, if you aware of the things, okay, it will be, the impact will be very less. So actually speaking, many professional organizations, since from a month, many professional organizations are working of this. Okay, awareness, how to give the awareness, how to prepare the people. Okay, they are going to the schools, they are going to the NGO centers to give this awareness. Okay, such that okay, next big earthquake, if it is affecting the country, okay, so the seriousness will be little less. So how it has to work out is, it cannot be achieved very fastly, or it cannot be done immediately. So we have to start from the bottom approach, that is from the people who lives, common people. From the common people, the awareness has to be started, and then further it has to go to the technological innovations and all to reduce this. Okay, so let us see what is to be done during guidelines. Disaster management of India has given the guidelines to prepare for the earthquake before, during and after. So this is the pic that has given. So people, before the earthquake, if you are feeling that vibrations, so you just run towards the exit and assemble in the safe place. Okay, and wherever the fire extinguishers are there, no, keep that it safely, and keep emergency kit always with the some of the equipments, or some to protect you. Okay, and keep calm during that. Keep calm. There is a very good what to say, point. So whenever an earthquake is there, you have to keep calm and go inside. Drop any heavy tables or any heavy beds is there, just drop that. Okay, cover it on your head. Okay, and sit safely below that, that is holding that bed or holding that furniture which is very stronger one. Okay, below that you can hold it and keep. So, and sometimes no, if you know that the structure is not safe, okay, you can move away from the buildings, you can go to the open space and you can be there. And after that, no, after that you should not use any elevators, you have to take the staircases, because you know what are the, if any heavy vibrations occurred subsequently, then again it will be an issue. So then you can evacuate your home. Okay, stating that you are carrying an emergency exit and leaving, and get the updates from the local authorities. This is a small guidelines that is given for the earthquake preparedness. Okay, let us, whatever we have discussed, it is there. So before an earthquake, make sure you have a portable fire extinguisher. Try to learn about the first aids. Everybody should know this, not only for the earthquake, for everything, for every calamities what we are seeing, like tsunami, heavy rainfall, floods, all this. So we should be aware of the first aids things. Okay, avoiding heavy objects or shelves and cupboards. Okay, then exit plans, always it is a very important thing for all the people. Okay, so we have to keep an exit plan for our house also. okay, because we don't know what are the natural calamities may occur, okay, and anchor the heavy objects, furnitures or whatever there, anchor it, okay, such that falling of that will be reduced. So don't use during an earthquake. What is to be done? Earthquake, don't use earthquakes, then stay calm, and if you are driving, stop the car, okay, stay inside of the car, okay. So don't use the candles or sticks or any flame, okay. Don't be panic, first of all, that is very important. Don't be panic, okay. And after an earthquake, okay, so if you have any injuries, check yourself and switch off the check your water, gas, electrical lines for any damage, okay. And keep the, get the updates from the local authorities, okay. Remain out of the damaged buildings, because we don't know after vibrations, no, sometimes it will withhold the material and later it will spell off on the people. So away from the damaged buildings and the areas, okay. Keep always the emergency, stick to the emergency plan, whatever you have prepared for your house or the place where you are there, okay. So this is about, so during such calamities, no, we should be having presence of mind, okay. It is very important, okay. And also safety precautions, no, it can minimize the damages, injuries and other potential concerns. That's why awareness is very important, okay. And also as I earlier mentioned, disaster management, no, training institutes are implementing these awareness in schools and organizations, and preparing the people. And also the very important thing, we have to get insured, okay. We can't get insured individually during this natural calamities, no insurance company will give you, but you can include your property or a home or a motor under this natural calamity insurance. Do that immediately, okay. Then coming to the observations from the Turkey earthquake, as we all know that it's a very powerful earthquake, that 7.8 magnitude of earthquake it is hit at that country. And you can observe that there is a three tectonic plates, it is joining in the Turkey. So you can observe in red lines, that orange lines, and blue, black, with different magnitude it is being hit at, of different shapes. So as the star you can observe as greater than 7 magnitude. The circle with orange is 6 to 6.9, and which is yellow color you can observe it is 5.9. Around the Turkey country you can observe this has been the tectonic plates, and the intensity of the magnitude of the earthquake has been hit at the Turkey region, okay. So what are the observations we already discussed? So there was 52,000 plus deaths were there, and 1,14,000 injuries across the 11 most affected provinces in the Turkey. At least if you say that 13.5 million people and 4 million buildings have been affected, 3,45,000 apartments were devastated. It's a pancake collapse, okay. Thousands of people actually trapped under the rubble, and many you can see that 1,50,000 commercial infrastructure were moderately damaged. So many were there. A small video I just want to show you how the collapse has been occurred. Are you able to? Yeah.
Effects. How well.
So you can see in the video that
buildings protected residents.
Yeah.
This is a building
Pancake collapse has been occurred
hours after a series of earthquakes and aftershocks on February 6th. First, the bottom floor crumbled. Then, the rest of the building came down on top of it in what's known as a pancake collapse. Thousands of buildings near the epicenter in southern Turkey and northern Syria tumbled straight down in a similar way. The intensity of the earthquakes alone carried the potential for destruction. But it's the pancake collapses that have made this one of the deadliest disasters in the region.
Even if very well.
Yes. So you can observe in the picture that it's a pancake collapse. There is no damages at all. Okay. So if any damages is there, we can safeguard our lives. But the thing is, a pancake collapse, whole building is collapsed due to the soft story. So that was the observation. So we can let us discuss Yeah. So these were the observations we can see here. So there is no beams and there is no shear walls at all. Directly slab was resting over the columns. Okay, there is a poor joint columns, and here you can see slab is directly rested over a simply supported beam. Okay, then very thin columns, very thin columns were there. No slab joint at all. Okay, you can observe here there is no proper joint connection at all in this picture. These are some of the pictures that has taken from Turkey buildings, okay, infrastructure. So there is no transverse reinforcement at all, and here you can see the longitudinal bars are not there at all. Okay, so these are some of the observations where you can observe, where you can see in Turkey buildings. Whole building is collapsed. If damage is there, we could have safeguard our lives and also the infrastructure, but the whole building collapsed. That is pancake collapse has happened. Okay, what is the reason? Let us see. So actually, what to do? What we have to do? So we know that earthquakes. No, it won't kill the people. It is a natural calamity. Okay, but unsafe buildings do. I mean. Affect the people, so we can't avoid the future earthquakes. We can't avoid. Okay, no, not possible at all, but we can prepare ourselves. Okay, and we can do safe building construction practices, okay, such that we can reduce the damage and loss. Okay, so it is mandatory to every citizen that we should have some knowledge on the earthquake and what and all the forces acting over the structures, what are the remedial measures is to be taken, how the structure is to be made safety. All this we can make mandatory such that we can reduce the damage and loss. So yeah, as I mentioned, earthquake do not kill the people, but improperly designed structures do kill the people. So we can see why the structures are to be earthquake resistance. Okay, so it should be, to reduce the damage and moderately to safeguard the lives. Okay, so you have to prevent the collapse, preserve the life, and minimize the damage. This is the aim of the earthquake resistant building design. Okay, so sir, is it time is there, sir?
Okay,
Shall I
madam.
continue for 5 more minutes?
Continue, madam.
Yeah. So you can see here, earlier you could have observed in the video that a pancake collapse has been occurred because of the no improper design structures. But in Japan, okay, in 2011, we can see that 9.1 magnitude of earthquake hit it, but still the structures are safe. You can see here in the picture. Please observe. Building is not damaged, but it is vibrating. That is, sway is occurring. So such a huge building, it is vibrating. Please observe, it's not a camera movement. You can observe a pendulum. It is attached on the top of the building. It is moving. Actually, building is swaying. You can observe other building also. It is horizontally moving. That is called as sway. So this is the importance of the seismic resistant design. Okay, so for the 7.6 magnitude, the buildings has been collapsed in Turkey, but with the magnitude of 9.1 also, buildings are safe, and also just it is swaying. So it's very important to understand that. Okay, so a seismic earthquake resistant building should be designed in a proper manner such that, okay, there won't be any collapse. Okay, it allows only horizontal sway than the vertical deflections, deformations and the span moments. So this is the importance of the earthquake resistant design. So let us see what and all the precautions to our old buildings is to be taken. We were discussing, you may ask, ma'am, why we already constructed a building. How to make earthquake resistant? It is impossible, right? Yes, it is possible. The thing is, we have to inspect our building properly, whether it is being designed to the earthquake resistance or not. Okay, and if not, we have to retrofit, or we have to strengthen the building. Okay, by approaching the structural engineer who particularly deals with this. Okay, you can approach them and you can ask him to retrofit or strengthen your old building. So this is possible for old building. And coming to the new building, so we have to make it mandatory. Actually, government is making mandatory, but people are not accepting that. But it is very important to accept. Okay, very important to prepare your plan by taking the advice from an architect or by a certified structural engineers. Okay, such that we can get a proper structural design, and we can construct a house. Okay, so this is the importance of the structural engineer or civil engineer in our day-to-day life. Okay, so we can see here some of the observations that building collapsed due to soft storage. So you can see a collapsed building. Okay, and you can see here some of the columns also failed, what we observed in the Turkey earthquake. Okay, so all this, what is the solution for all this vertical irregularity, plan irregularity? Solution for this is, so we have to properly provide the reinforcement. Okay, that means you have to meet the structural engineer. You have to get the design. You have to analyze the structure and get the design for your structure. You have to use proper materials for your building. Okay, it should be having ductile performance than the brittle performance. Okay, you can see here a building such neatly constructed with a shear wall. It is very safe. It is very safe during a magnitude of 9.1 earthquake also. Okay, so and advanced techniques are there to protect the buildings. That is called base isolation technique. Okay, that is whatever the base, no, that is protected with the isolations where the vibrations won't transfer it to the higher building, and the only movement will be there. So these are some of the very basic base isolations that are used in the Gujarat building. Okay, after the Bhuj earthquake, for a hospital building in Gujarat with the base isolators. And you can see here, if time permits, I'll show you how the building behaves during an earthquake. So this is a normal building where if earthquake comes, it will vibrate, but this is a base isolated building. So the forces won't transform to the upper stories. Okay, so this is the importance again of a base isolated building. You can see here a China, a real structure is tested with the base isolations.
大きな地震が住宅を襲ってきても、ご覧のように耐震性の高いしっかりとした構造の建物であれば倒壊を防ぐことができます。しかし、室内
So this is building is collapsed. Furniture or whatever due to the vibrations. This is without base isolation. So you can observe with base isolation how it will be. So this is with base isolation. You can see structure is very safe. We can feel the vibrations, but there won't be any damage in the structure. So this is with the base isolation system. There is no movement in the things in the home also, but it is just vibrating. You can observe. So these are the advanced technologies that are that are available, okay, to protect the buildings. So these are applicable to the multi-story structures and all. But for the small buildings, what to do is, so you have to do the earthquake resistant design by concerning the structural engineer. It's very important. We will be spending a lot of money for our daily day-to-day activities, but whole life is, home is the place where we'll be living in 24/7 or night times, or most of the time we'll be spending in a home. So when you think of a home, Okay, plan, design and construct it with a civil engineer such that we'll be safe. Okay, so be safe. Thank you. Yes.
Yes, madam. Very good, madam. Yes. Madam giving the information about the earthquake, how we have to be safe, and madam has given good information about the earthquake also. And yes, what about that means how to face the natural calamities and how to be safe and seismic zones and other information. And when we construct any buildings, we have to meet the structural designer. And also, madam has given the difference between base isolation as well as baseless isolation information also. Yes, madam, yes, you have given good information about the earthquake and how we have to be safe. What are all the follows? That means what are the instructions we have to follow? Yes, yes, you have given amazing information to our research scholars and students, madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you, sir.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Now I request our Dr. Um, Pani Madhavi, madam, speak something about this conference.
First, it is a wonderful session going on, and Dr. S. Kavita Madam has given a very valuable information related to earthquakes, and which is very much required for the areas where there is a risk of earthquakes. So, Madam, thank you very much for your
Yes.
valuable contribution to this conference. And
Yeah,
we
thank
hope your knowledge, whatever you are sharing with us, is also very much required for our future conferences also. Thank you very much,
thank you.
madam. And I hope all the participants will get utilized from whatever the knowledge madam has shared to all the participants. And you can come forward if you have any queries, and you can utilize the guidance of Dr. S. Kavita madam related to these activities whenever you need it. Thank you very much, madam.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much, Kavita, madam. Yes, my dear others, any queries to earthquake related? Madam is ready to give an answer. Earthquake related. My dear others and research scholars. Yes, madam has given good information about earthquake. So how we have to be safe. So any queries? Ritesh, Vipina, anybody? So thank you, madam. Thank you very much on behalf of MIC.
Yes.
On behalf of MIC, we are giving thank you, madam. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes, yes. Thank you, sir.
Uh,
Thank you,
madam,
madam.
madam,
Okay.
madam, any information that means you would like to give any information about the earthquake or something like madam?
What I would like to tell is there is a possibility of earthquakes in some particular areas, even in our country or all over the world. First, the upcoming researcher have to identify where there is a risk of earthquakes. They have to identify the location. And being an engineer as a researcher, the future research scholars has to work out on how to create solutions for this to stop the earthquakes, and how to give the technical solutions to overtake the problems and risks of what are the effects of the earthquakes. They can reduce and they can give better solutions. Uh, so a lot of there's also research across India where the students can work a lot. So that's why I would like to suggest to all the students, you must identify who are the people working on that thing. You have to identify the professors like Dr. S. Kavita Madam. You have to identify the people who are working on earthquakes, and you can connect with those people, and you take up some earthquake related projects so that you can work on that as a research. That's what.
Yes. As per the information given by our Dr. Kavita Madam, yes, which is related to research techniques in engineering and business management also. Yes. Yes. Really, we can say yes. The given information which is related to research techniques in engineering and business management. Yes. The construction of houses also, tall buildings also. Yes. They have used research techniques like base isolation. Base isolation. It is a good technique for standard buildings. Good technique for standard buildings, and also Madam has given some recommendations related that. Yes. Yes, this information related to our international conference research techniques in engineering and business management. So all recommendations comes under this title. Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you very much. And also, yes, our
Thank you, sir.
Pani Madhavi
Thank you,
madam
sir.
has given the information, some information related to the research techniques related the construction of buildings, how we have to take the precautions. Yes, precautions. These precautions are necessary to construct the buildings, and at the same time, before going to construct a building, we have to make the structural designer. Yes, structural designer is most important for us to construct the buildings. Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you very much. And also within 5 minutes, we are going to start the technical session. Uh, for this technical session, you have to maintain 5 to 7 slides of PPT. At the same time, you have to cooperate with your team and try to give good presentation and try to get the best presentation awards. If you submit full papers, yes, we are also going to select best papers also from the papers. Now I request our others. Uh, Anybody willing to talk about the virtual international conference like ICRTEBM? My dear others, anybody? As a research scholar, as a student, we have to participate. That means we have to say something about the conference. So it is a good chance to you to give some information about yourself as well as conference, and also about your research, how the research is going on nowadays, how we have to participate, and how to give the fruitful information to the end users like the people. Anybody is there? My dear others. Okay, right. Thank you.
When I come forward, you can say few words about how the research activities are going on, particularly from during the COVID and COVID times and all. How you are performing the research activities? Because still we are very much surprising that many researchers are working during COVID also. They are taking many research activities. So how you are managing all these things? What are your experiences generally during the COVID period? I would learn some good share.
Okay.
Anybody?
Anybody? Okay. Yes. Thank you. Now we can start the technical session. Yes, we can call 001 001. Yeah. 001 breast cancer related using deep learning
Yes, sir.
method.
Shall we start the presentation, sir?
Yeah. Open your PPT and video. All of you, please, before going to start this presentation, all of you open your videos. We are going to take a snap. My dear others, my dear research scholars. Yes. Please, my dear others and research scholars, please open your videos. We are going to take a snap. Gopika, please try to close that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. First, we can take a snap. Yes, very good. Remaining. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mhm.
Now I request 001. Yes, please open your PPT and give the presentation.
Yes, sir. Good morning to one and all present here. I am Navyasi Prakash and my co-authors are Gopika S. and Ritika T. We are from Banariaman Institute of Technology and the title of our paper is Breast Cancer Detection Using Deep Learning Algorithm. Now we will give a very brief presentation on our topic. Let me start with the abstract. Breast cancer is a neoplastic disease which seriously threatens women's health. It's regarded as the most common cause of cancer death in women. So, accurate detection and effective treatment are vital significance to lower the death rate of breast cancer. So, the main aim of our project is to create a module with higher accuracy and reduced complexity in testing time in breast cancer. We have used deep learning technique which eliminates some of the data pre-processing that is typically involved in machine learning. So these algorithms can ingest and process unstructured data like text and images. It automates feature extraction, removing some of the dependency on human experts. Introduction. Our current research interests focus on feature extraction and classification section of the CAD system. Breast cancer is develops from breast tissues. Signs of breast cancer may include a lump in the breast. The CAD system, which can take the decision from ROS, it can predict whether it's normal, benign, or malignant tissue. However, the expert radiologist uses the CAD system as a second opinion, and the radiologist makes the final decision. Existing system. The classification performance of the baseline pattern recognition system is designed to discriminate between the malignant and benign tumors with the state-of-art feature extractors and classifiers with the aim of showing the difficulty of this problem. This classification system is based on four machine learning models, which is trained with different textural representations and key point detectors. So, to give an insight about the discriminative power of the textual representations we have used, we have also presented the performance of the oracle. SVM processes are implemented using ANN technique in this existing system. Proposed system. Our project proposed two approaches for classifying breast cancer histology images into benign and malignant as well as their subclasses. So the first approach is based on the extraction of a set of handcrafted features encoded by two coding models, that is a bag of words and locality constrained linear coding. It is trained by support vector machines, while the second approach is based on the design of CNN, convolutional network neural networks. So to compare the handcrafted features based classification methods and the CNN, to compare the performance of the same CNN on binary and multi-class tasks, and to see how this experimental data sets influence different performances, and to compare the bag of words and locality constrained linear coding models, which is used to encode the local descriptors. The remaining presentation will be continued by Gopika.
So the next step is data set processing. We can collect data set manually from hospitals or can use data sets that are previously available. The previously available data sets are the Wisconsin Diagnosis Breast Cancer and Wisconsin and Breast Cancer databases. So the features are obtained from the digital images of FNA of breast mass, which describes the traits of the nuclei. The dataset is collected from a website. Dataset is divided into three categories, which is a training set, a validation set, and a testing set. This will split our dataset into training, validation, and test sets in the ratio of 80% of training and 10% of for validation and 20% for testing. The original dataset consisted of 162 slide images scanned at 40x and imbalance in the class data with over 2x the number of the cost of the image, reduce the dimension of the image, and we specify the input volume shape to our neural network. which depth is the number of color channels each image contains, and the image resize according to the deep learning layer size of rows and columns of images. The next step is dataset pre-processing. In the pre-processing step, the process of image detection of the dimension of the image, and we specify the input image volume shape to our network with depth is the number of the color channels each image contains, and the image resize according to the deep learning layer size of rows and columns of the image. And next is the feature extraction. The network we will build be a CNN convolutional neural network and can call it CancerNet. This network performs the following operations: uses 3 into 3 con filters, stack these filters on top of each other platforms. Max pooling use depth-wise separation convolution, which is more efficient, takes up less memory. It consists of input layers, which are convolutional layers, and RELU layer, max pooling layers, extract the features of images of build model. Feature extraction, train the model, and to build the model. Training and testing process. The first is training. The training process is implemented for the Adam adaptative moment of optimizes gradient, with epochs is implemented training process. It's breast cancer sorted by size, and the items at the beginning are more likely to be benign, and the ones at the end are more likely to be malignant. Then you will be training on beginning data, and the testing on margin, which is represented based on feature weightage level. The model using Keras system. Testing. The testing was implemented. This function can split the model with test set of 30% of the original data, and the input just specify the size of the input, and it is called D. The dense layer is insisted where the real work happens. It takes the input and does a linear transformation to get the output of size 1. The linear transformation we can apply to as the sigmoid activation function. So that input in the output we are in the range of 0 to 1. Loss per iteration, loss validation loss is implemented in module. Accuracy and sensitivity of the analyzed is in this. Conclusion. In the conclusion, this model for breast cancer diagnosis, which uses deep learning algorithm, the process not only enhances the performance and generalized stability of the classifier, but also reduces the complexity and testing time of the model.
It is not showing conclusion.
That's it. Thank you.
Conclusion. Yeah. Slide is not displaying conclusion. Conclusion slide.
Is it visible, sir?
Not visible conclusion slide. Only going to start the presentation, you have to go for the slide show.
Sorry, sir.
Yes. Now we can view the conclusion.
In the conclusion, this model for breast cancer diagnosis, which uses deep learning algorithm, the process not only enhances the performance and generalization ability of the classifier, but also reduces the complexity and testing time of the model.
Yes. What about the pre-processing? What about the pre-processing, madam?
So the pre-processing will be the image resizing, sir. According to the deep learning layer, size of the images.
Yeah. Is there any pre-processing algorithm? Pre-processing algorithm is there, or any algorithm, pre-processing algorithm, or something else?
So we will use MATLAB for the pre-processing for image resizing.
MATLAB. So by using MATLAB, you are doing
Yes, there will be noise and the resizing of the images will be there.
Okay. Madam, any queries? What is problem, madam? No queries, madam. Okay. Thank you for joining, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next, 002. 002.
Yes, sir.
Open your PPT and video.
Good morning to all, sir.
Good morning.
We are from Power Engineering College, the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, sir. So, our project title is Duplicate Signature Verification using CNN algorithm, sir. So, our guide was Dr. P. Renuka Devi ma'am, Associate Professor, and the project explained by Nandagopal C., Sam Daniel, and myself, Mukesh P. sir. So, my friends explain other slides, sir.
Hello, good morning, sir. I am Nanda Gopal. I am going to explain about the project abstraction, the duplicate signature verification. Every person has a unique signature that is used for the personal identification and verification for the important documents like checks, etc. And in approval for the important documents, because the signature is used in critical activities to verification. This type of verification prevents from document forgery and qualification to avoid fake signatures. Traditionally, signature verification was done by humans' eyes, but not done by any machines. But nowadays, the modern technologies are improved. So we are using an technologies to find the duplicate signatures. So here we use a machine learning models. That is, a CNN algorithm is used in this process. To test and find the result, we need the number of signatures from the clients and compare them when we need it. This is an abstraction. The introduction will be explained by Sam Daniel.
Good morning, sir. I'm Sam Daniel. So I'm going to introduce introduction. So as we said earlier, for any legal transaction, the legal authorization was done by the signature. So to verify the signature is necessary because everyone can easily know the signature and they can put that signature and they can create fake signatures. So that we need to verify the signature whether it is genuine or not. By using human eyes, it does not possible to identify the fake one. So we are using CNN algorithm for this. It will give more accurate. Existing system will be explained by Nanda Kobal. Nanda Kobal.
Continue.
Yeah, okay, sir. So initially, in duplicate signature verification, they are using LBP method. This is nothing but it will change the image pixel into the binary digit. By using that method, they are finding the uh, duplicate signatures. So in proposed system, we are using CNN algorithm to find the duplicate signature by using the method of pre-processing, segmentation, future extraction, and extraction model. So by using this, we can easily identify the fake one. So initially, we are collecting the client signature up to 100 sample pictures. By using that picture was stored in a database. Initially, we are finding the Euclidean distance between the signature, and we are finding average Euclidean distance. So while the real-time implementation, it will capture the client signature and it will match the signature equivalent distance into the average of the equivalent distance. If it match, and it will identify that is the genuine one. So everyone have individual handwriting. So not all person can put the signature the same way. So we can easily identify by using the finding equivalent distance between the signature.
So in come to advantages, so the projects will produce a very good accuracy in terms of outputs. So we provide high level of accuracy and easy to implement in real time, and also we can easily identify the signature it's a real one or fake one.
Coming to an algorithm, here we are using an CNN algorithm. It is a deep learning algorithm which can take an input image, assigns importance to various asset objects in the image, and be able to differentiate one from the other. That is, differentiate the object from the images, sir.
So in conclusion, the proposed algorithm is a effective way of verification the signatures. So the error rejection rate was found in the algorithm was 20.2 percentage. So it was a very successful when the signature is rotated. The error rejection rate was improved by using better techniques like rotation, blurring, and thinning. So using this algorithm, we can easily find the simple and normal forgeries, and also we can reduce the high level forgeries. So it is a compact and memory efficient application. So the output rate was very faster, and also the space complexity and time complexity was very low.
That's all.
Yes. Here, can identify the duplicate signatures through CNN.
Yes, sir.
Yes, here. Which method? Which method we will use?
So sorry, I lost this not audible.
Method name. Ask me which method in CNN.
We are using convolutional neural network and vision algorithm.
That is okay. That is okay. So, what are the techniques we will use?
Sir, your voice is too low, sir. Can't get.
Yes. What I am trying to ask. Now, are you able to listen me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, behind this algorithm, is there any technique? The technique name I am asking.
Okay, sir. Initially, we are pre-processing the image, sir, collected image. So it will identify the edges of the signature, sir. Then it will go to the segmentation process, which is nothing but it will clear the unnecessary noise which is between the captured image. Future extraction will identify the equivalent distance.
Segmentation with the Euclidean distance.
Distance, yes, sir, yes.
Behind this CNN, yes, what I asked, segmentation with the Euclidean distance. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Have a nice day. All the best. 003 next. 003.
Yes, sir.
Video. 003.
Yes, sir, I am here, sir, presenting. There is a slide visible. Myself, Ritesh from Banariam Institute of Technology, and I am here going to present conference on topic developing and testing thermal insulation material using sugarcane bagasse composite. And my team members are myself and Uday Shankar. So, introducing the title, we'll be using natural fiber reinforced composite. This has an very potential substitute in various applications. due to their cost effectiveness, toxicity, and biodegradability. Moreover, the natural fiber reinforced composite has good high strength and stiffness that makes an excellent alternative to glass or carbon fibers. So before going into the topic, we have done some literature survey about this, and we have concluded that this the composite material using natural fibers can be an good alternative for the synthetic composite material, uh, which is non-biodegradability, and it has an high cost of manufacturing it. So our aim and objective is to develop the composite material at low cost with increased mechanical strength and low thermal conductivity so that it can be used in various applications. So the day-to-day synthetic composite material, it has a high cost of raw material, and the material is a non-biodegradable, which is harmful to the environment. And the raw materials of making the synthetic composite material um, it is made up of a crude oil, so which is going to deplete soon enough in next 50 years. So we need an alternative source of composite material, so that we are going to develop an composite material using the natural fiber such as sugarcane bagasse, which is easily found in the market. So first we will be collecting the sugarcane bagasse, and we will be doing some chemical treatment to improve the mechanical strength of the composite. Next, what we are doing is testing with mechanical strength and thermal conductivity test. So this composite material can be used for bicycle frame, false ceiling, thermal insulating operations, car bumpers, etc. Wherever the carbon fiber or glass fiber is used, it is a well alternative for replacement of it. So first, we have collected the bagasse from the local market, and we have submerged it in the hot water to separate the fibers from it. So after separating the fibers, we have done some chemical treatment to increase the mechanical strength and the adhesion between the matrix and the reinforcement. So after doing the chemical treatment, we'll be using the resin, epoxy resin, since it has some good mechanical properties and provide resistance to atmosphere and chemical degradation. So here you can see we'll be using a magnetic stirrer. In that we'll be using the resin and the sugarcane bagasse, and after that we'll be hand molding it to the desired shape. And after creating the composite material, here you can see the three samples we have taken from it. The first sample has with weight percentage of 10% sugarcane bagasse, and subsequently 15 and 20%. So for testing the mechanical strength of it, we'll be using ASTM standards. So for testing the ultimate tensile strength, we'll be using ASTM D638 standard. Here you can see the dimensions of the standard of the composite material. So after making it in the desired shape, we have tested the tensile strength, and we have noted that with increase in bagasse weight percentage, the tensile strength also increases. As you can see, the 10% bagasse weight composite material has a tensile strength around 22.8, whereas the 20% bagasse composite material has tensile strength with an increased of 24.8 something. So after that, we have done the hardness test. The hardness test also shows the same result as of tensile strength. With increase in bagasse percentage, the hardness also increases. And the flexural test is nothing but the maximum amount of stress the material can take before breaking. And you can see that with increased bagasse percentage weight, the flexural strength also increases. And after that, we have done the impact test. The impact test decreases with the bagasse percentage due to the addition between the matrix and the reinforcement. And completing the total mechanical test, we have concluded that this composite material can be used in a bicycle frame and car bumpers, etc. Thank you.
Ritesh,
Yes, sir.
here, what
Yes,
is
sir.
this? You are giving the sugarcane information.
Sir, what, sir?
Sugarcane based.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The end product of after the sugarcane extraction of the juice, sir, we'll be using that to make the composite materials, sir.
So thermal here thermal insulation. Testing of thermal insulation. How can you test it? Thermal insulation.
Sir, we'll be doing thermal conductivity test, sir. From that, we have found that it can withstand a maximum of 300 degrees Celsius, sir. So, for thermal insulating material also, it can be used, sir.
Very good. Madhavi madam, any queries, madam?
Can you tell me initially what kind of chemical treatment you have given to the sugar bagasse?
Ma'am, first we have treated the sugarcane baggers with sodium hydroxide to kill the bacteria present in the fiber. Next, we have treated with potassium permanganate to increase the adhesiveness between the sugarcane baggers and the resin.
It means can you soak that bagasse in that chemical?
Yes, ma'am. We have soaked it. We'll be using the magnetic stirrer for around 30 minutes with 1000 RPM, ma'am.
Okay, so, okay. So 2 chemicals you have used?
Yes, ma'am. 2 chemical treatments, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, Ritesh. Have a nice day.
Yes.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. 004. 004. Open our PPT and video, my dear. 004.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, it's visible, sir.
Yes, visible. SF5. Slide.
So, our project is application development for IoT device baking management system.
Jai Surya. Wow.
Sir, yes, sir.
Slideshow. Go for slideshow.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Slideshow. Select slideshow. Here, slideshow is there, na? Press. Otherwise, press F5.
Yes.
F5 function 5. Function button F5. It will come.
Oh, yes, sir.
F5. Come to first slide. Come to first
sir, it's
slide.
visible, sir.
Come to first slide. Jai Surya. Yes, very, very good. Yes. Just wait.
Oh, yes, sir.
Just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, continue.
Oh, yes, sir. Application development for IoT device baking management system, sir. Our project is. Aim is to maintain the safety and hygiene of the food to keep it fresh and edible, which helps in the decreasing the food wastage, sir. So there is one solution to maintain the suitable environment condition for the stored food to control this rate of decomposition. There are many different parameters on which food decomposition depends. The humidity, bacteria, and temperature are the major factors on which the rate of decomposition of food depends upon. If the temperature of the storage is between 40 Fahrenheit to 140 Fahrenheit, it is a danger zone because during the temperature, bacteria grows rapidly, and similarly, the humidity in the food storage is should be around a 50 to 55 percentage to keep the quality of the food at high. We will build a food monitoring device using Node MCU and Arduino to monitor the temperature and humidity of the stored environment and control it. To find the temperature and humidity, the DHT11 sensor module is used, and to determine the status of the food, we use the MQ4 sensor modules. The real-time values of the temperature, humidity, and the methane gas will be measured and sent over the web to display on it. Our scope of the project is to research the application for baking management. There are different types of tests will be implemented using these proposed methodologies. And we're using some modern tools like Node MCU Wi-Fi module, DHT11 sensor, MQ4 methane sensor. The DHT11 sensor is used to monitor the temperature, humidity, and determine the status of the baking food. MQ4 sensors is used to detect the methane and natural gases, and it's also useful for checking the quality of baking foods. We're using the softwares like Arduino IDE, Protest tool. These softwares are used to create the dashboard for maintaining and alerting the baked food wastage. It gives information about the baked food level quality also. Sir. This is our block diagram. The DHT11 sensor and the MQ4 sensor um, to microcontroller, and when we give the power supply, the DC fan will run. DC fan will working as a cooling mechanism, and it will run, and it will reduce the temperature for baking food. We study the some literatures, and this is our hardware, sir. And we created a dashboard for identifying the temperatures, humidity, and to reduce the food waste, baking food wastage. Sir. That's all.
Actually, here, how can you this baking food? Yes, how can you reduce the here? Hello, Jaysuriya.
Sir?
Mm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Here, you are using baking management system.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, here, go to literature survey.
Yes, sir.
The first title is influence of baking temperature and formulation of physical, sensorial, and optical properties of cake. Next, heat mass for baking process. So, what type of sensor you are using? Sensors?
Sir, DHT11 sensors and MQ4 methane gas sensors, sir.
So, what about the second one, methane can sensor?
Sir, it is useful for to check the quality of the baking food, sir. It will identify the quality, sir, when before it's get spoiled.
How it can be identified? How? How can it identify the yes food related? That means how it is going to be identified.
Sir, if baking food is overcooked, it will emit a light. It emit a sound, sir. Then the DC fan on cool the system, sir. This is a main mechanism and process of the project, sir.
Overcooking automatically it can be identified and it will be cool.
Yes, sir. If the baking food is overcooked, the temperature also will high, sir. If the temperature high, the temperature sensor will find the temperature is high and emit the sound, and the cooling mechanism of this DC fan and on and cool the baking food, and it will be normal. By that we can control our food waste, sir.
overcooked food wastage.
Overcooked food wastage. So,
Yes, sir.
which sensor it will do by some other sensor? The sensor name?
Sorry, sir.
Sensor name, which can be monitored these things and controlling now.
Sir,
Overheat controlling and
DHT11 sensor is monitor temperature and humidity, sir. It will find the temperature and humidity, and it will further it process to the emitting sound, and then only the DC fan will on and cool the mechanism, sir.
Okay.
That is the process, sir.
Okay, Jay Surya, wish you all the best. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.